Hey everybody, welcome to Spelling. This week we're going to be going over lesson number 23, and this lesson also involves prefixes. And let's go ahead and read the words out first. I got all the definitions and sentences from the children dictionary that we use. Today we're going to be completing workbook pages 89 and 90, so make sure that you have that open as well. And one additional thing that I added to today's lesson is I actually wrote down the definitions and example sentences over here on the bottom. So I will make this PPT available in Google Classroom. So as you do the exercises today and on Thursday, you can look back at this to understand the words better, okay? All right, let's go ahead and get started. So repeat after me. Exports, exchange, expression, impolite, imports, imperfection, inactive, incapable, incomplete, informative, nonsense, nonfiction, thorax, species, antenna, abdomen, segmented, exoskeleton, invertebrate, bilateral, unilateral, contortion, distort. And that's it. All right, let's go ahead and look at the directions on page 89. So you may have noticed this lesson's theme is all about insects, okay? A prefix, as a reminder, is a word part that is added to the beginning of a root or root with a suffix. So examples of prefixes: non, im, ex, in. As you can see, our pattern words all have these prefixes. So you're going to be categorizing the words and putting them in the corresponding lines. Now, a prefix is also known as an affix, and they expand the meaning or function of a word. Directions: write the pattern words. To complete the exercises, sort the words by their prefix. So numbers 1 and 2, you're going to write down the words with the prefix non, which are nonsense and nonfiction, and just like that. Directions for the second section. Write content words to complete the exercises. So content words are these guys. So these are the words that's related to insects. That's the content for this lesson. So you're going to be using these words to complete the sentences. And it gives you a clue because they have the beginning letter. Let's just go over the definitions of these words so you'll be able to complete the section on your own more easily. So starting with thorax. So thorax is the part of the body between the neck and the abdomen. So this part of the insect or of human beings. And a species is a group of living things that can basically mate with one another, but they cannot do that with other groups. So like insects is a type of species. Antenna is the pair of long, thin body parts on the head of insects. We've seen these. Abdomen is the back part of the body of an insect, all right? Segmented in terms of biology and insects are when, like, things can be separated. So as you can see in this insect, they have different, it's segmented, separated bodies, right? Kind of like divided into different sections. An exoskeleton is the outer part that supports an animal or an insect. So like the crustacean or the beetles that have like the hard shell that's covering them, that's called an exoskeleton. An invertebrate is an animal that does not have a backbone or skeleton. So like wasps, ants, dragonflies, centipedes, a lot of different insects. So these are the definitions for our content words. So you can go back to look at them in order to complete the missing words. Now you can pause at this point of the video and finish this page before we go on to page 90. Right, so you can pause. All right, you're back. Let's go over the directions for page 90. So we have the prefixes and roots and suffixes divided nicely over here with the corresponding meanings. So bi means two, uni means one, con means thoroughly, and dis means opposite. Latter means side, tort means to twist. The suffix al is like, and ion is state of. So for example, bilateral. So remember, these are our vocabulary words: bilateral, unilateral, contortion, and distort. Bilateral, let's dissect this word. So the prefix is bi, meaning two. Latter is side. And the definition, boys and girls, for bilateral is, you guessed it, two sides, related to two sides, okay? Then what about unilateral? The prefix is what? Uni. And what does uni mean? Yep, one. And what does latter mean? Side. So what would be the definition of this? Related to one side. Okay, and al we also have here. It's like one side. This is why I absolutely love prefixes and roots and suffixes. All right, so once you wrote down the 4 vocabulary words, let's actually go over the definitions so you'll be able to complete this section. All right, starting with bilateral. So remember, it means right and left, related to two sides, bilateral symmetry. Each side is equal, like it's the exact same. Unilateral, it's like, you can see it's kind of unequal. It affects only one side. So like unilateral exercises, when you work out just like one side of the body. Contortion, a lot of gymnasts and yoga and ballet dancers, they can do this stuff. Twisting your body, basically. Distort, to distort something means to twist also, to twist out of shape. So if you look at yourself like in the, well, let's look at the example sentence. The ripples in the pond distorted his reflection. Kind of made your reflection a little bit different. Kind of twisted it out of proportion. All right, now that we got the 4 definitions for bilateral, unilateral, contortion, and distort, we are much more confident in completing this. Refer to the table to complete the exercises. Write the word that's being defined. So it gives you the definition. You have to say the word. For example, let's do to twist something out of its normal shape. To twist, verb. So this will also help you. It's a verb. Twist something out of shape is to distort. Tort means twist, right? All right, I think you can do these 3 on your own. I have confidence. 9 through 12. Now, write the vocabulary words to complete the sentences. Let's try number 10. The blank of a butterfly can be seen as it leaves its chrysalis. So, So, the blank of a butterfly can be seen as it leaves its chrysalis. So this is chrysalis, okay? You can kind of see that the caterpillar is kind of twisting around and coming out of the cocoon, right? So, guessed it, it would be contortion. Again, tort means twist, right? Also, you can notice that contortion is the only noun we have in these 4 words, so that will also help you figure that out too. Now, I believe that you can do the rest on your own. For this, you're just matching the definition with the words. So make sure that you review the definitions. Again, I will make this PPT available in our Google Classroom, okay? Fantastic job as always, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye!